Alright, here we go. I'll turn this thing on. Alright. So, rolling out to mid, I think we started the match off trying to go left side. I like to kind of roll out over here so I can avoid stickies and then position myself with everything in front. But here I actually... So they changed their mid strat in the grand finals here. And it took me 2 mids to catch on to it. So we got rolled the first 2 mids because I had no idea really what they were doing. There you noticed I was looking straight ahead and like Platinum jumped in super fast. He just jumped straight across. Then what also happened was Harblue held W under the point. And then what I didn't notice, but I ended up catching on to, was TLR was jumping from their choke. So that's what I end up noticing like 3rd round or so. But we get rolled pretty hard here. I guess I'll rewind just a second to see what I could have done differently. But the mid was like decided so fast. It was like it's really difficult for me to really make a difference on it, unless I would have gone aggressive earlier. So here we go. Same mid, rewatching it. So Zalox is super aggressive to try and like keep our scouts passive. Soldier comes in super fast. So yeah, okay, I did turn over to look for TLR. I think, yeah, really the mid was just decided because they went so aggressive so much faster. If you saw the Soldier was like bombing in, like flying over the mid, and like that distracted me, but then I started like having to spin because their timing was like, it was a full like coordination. They're just like all pushing. If you can get everyone to push, then it becomes easier for everyone because then the other team has to like look at a bunch of different targets. Here, okay, there, I saw their medic was climbing, so I knew in my head it would take him a certain amount of time to get on bats. So what I wanted to do was get a buff and then see if I could catch someone out there, and I just so happened to see Platinum, and I was confident with my buff and that I called it to Lansky that we could kill Platinum, so I just rushed him there. But yeah, I initially peeked to see where the medic was and then used that information to go for a play basically. So now that helps us forward hold a little bit because they're down 1, they're down their pocket. Here TLR, kind of the same story. I probably should have died there, but I surprised them around the corner. I probably should have been buffed more as well. But they're down both soldiers, so I'm going to immediately try and start the cap time. Their demo is going to spam me off, but hopefully Shade can just keep me up as long as possible. I get killed here. I missed the jump a little bit. We should have kept the forward hold. I don't know. They should have forced into lobby. But here we're at 99. Duatna's in spawn. Shade's blocking the point, so that's good by Shade. So now what needs to happen is Duatna needs to retrap the point, and then, yeah, he ended up falling down to the ground. And also what threw me off there was, so the moment I spawned, you saw I looked lower left, I shot the scout, I killed him, I had no idea he was low, but then the moment after I killed him, I spun around and looked behind the point, because it was called, there's a soldier behind the point, but then when I ended up looking there, there was no one there. I probably could have defended the point, but I ended up going where no one was. It's kind of just a miscommunication, I guess. I have a feeling the call was like a few seconds too late, and the soldier had already moved at that point. Man, everyone's here now. What's up, Fallen Eagle? Hello, Lil Vishy. And Q9. See, Zalox just destroyed me this mid, so he's clearly just like, he's just trying to push our scouts back so that their soldiers have a lot of room. And because I was weak, I kind of was just scrambling around, and yeah, so Zalox really kind of kept me out of that mid, and then I ended up just having to try and scramble to do some damage and like get out of... I wanted to move so that I wasn't like in the middle of all of them while I was weak, because they just focused me down, so I kind of ran off to the side. Here I'm just trying to get information again, so I'm looking for their medic. I don't see him climbing Spire, so I'm expecting them to come in really fast here. I go sniper in case they go lower main. I don't think I kill anyone. Oh, the body shot. Always so close with those. What's up, Rocket Surge? I'm doing well. Feeling a bit sick, but I'm doing pretty well. Hey Assassin, welcome. Luckily Shade survived that mid. Here, I'm pushing up a little bit more aggressively because we have the Uber, and I trust that Lansky would be able to juggle them if they tried to push on me. I was just trying to catch someone off guard because it looked like they were getting kind of aggressive in upper. There I just saw the scout through the glass, so I immediately shifted over to block him from doing anything. And then I call here, I'm with Clockwork, but he dies to a trap. If he would have gotten through that clean, I'm pretty confident we would have killed TLR. Here they Uber in, but they come for me. I dodged a couple rockets, and so that means that we don't actually have to force quite as soon. That scout was so low. And then we ended up Ubering really late. So this was a pretty good, we held our Uber for a long time. Here, I'm chasing, Indus is like 5 health. That scout has taken 90, he's taken like 160. So, I don't know. He probably capped that with like single digit health, which sucks. But I did miss one shot on him, so. Set the interesting lamp. We're going over GXL Grand Final demo here. But yeah, also I'll comment that even though I hit Indus for like 140 damage, I didn't chase him because something was called going last, or I knew there was a player unaccounted for, which ended up being Harblue, who capped last. So even though I let Indus escape, it'd be more important to make sure we don't lose the round immediately, so at least I went back and tried to save the round. If we had more people alive, I would have trusted them to hold last, but we were down a few, so that's why I went back. Alright, this mid, Zalux doesn't quite hit me for as much, and I'm in position to deny TLR, so I hit him for about 100 right there, and then he goes down immediately. So now I have a chance to push in here, and I miss every shot on Zalox. That was kind of bad. That was pretty awful, actually. I should have two-shot Zalox there, because I was like right in his face too. Luckily, I was hitting more shots throughout the rest of the match, but not at that moment. This was really scary. I always get scared when like there's just one guy alive and then Shade's the only one. Like Shade's only pocketing one person, because I feel like a lot of people on our team could be pocketing a little bit more at times like that. This was a grand final. Yeah, this was I think, or maybe not. Maybe this wasn't a grand final then. Oh, so much damage. But they started a back cap, so that's why everyone was not there to follow up. Blaze was kind of on the flank as well, so him and I committed while the rest of our team fell back. So it probably would have been better for us to all do the same thing, all be on the same page there, because I ended up dying when I could have survived if I was backing up with my team. This was an upper bracket match? Okay, my bad. Yeah, you're right. I actually remember. I remember now, because I was like really thrilled to win this match. It was really intense, and then I like tweeted something like we made grand finals after an intense match. So yeah, this was the intense match I was talking about. My mistake. So here I'm kind of getting aggressive on flank. I didn't expect Blaze to jump in there, but he was kind of playing off me, and then it kind of like turned into me baiting him. But like, I don't know. I did not expect him to go for that. Here we just killed Platinum as well, so I want to see if I can get through. I go wide on the choke just in case he might det. Here I'm trying to focus the scout because he's kind of out of the way of his medic. Now I'm trying to hit the demo who just ate a few stickies. Clockwork comes in and drops him. And now I'm not too worried about the scout. But since he like hid there, since I didn't see him run away, like I saw Enigma kind of disappear, he like hid underneath that ledge. What that says to me is like he's not trying to escape, he's trying to go for a play. So I ended up spending more time looking at him and wanted to make sure he died as fast as possible. Because if he wasn't dead, then this soldier that was still alive, that just jumped over my head right here on above Spire, he could have come in while we were distracted, you know? Alright. playing the demo now. TLR jump spire, we clean him up real quick. His timing was just off, but he air shot Blaze, so he got a frag out of it, but he wasn't going to kill Shade or force him. Here they send a scout out as well, so Harblue comes a bit late. I saw him fall, so I'm just going to run. I don't need to waste my time with him. I saw him come in lobby, so if he runs up it here, I had a feeling he wouldn't have seen me, so I took the corner and led the put my crosshair so that he would run right into it, so I would most likely two-shot him if he was running. Because in this situation, for him to be like looking around a lot would be wasting time because we're pushing last, so I would expect him to just run past, you know. Here I missed a couple shots again. There I think I was expecting my team to kind of be in and like for them to be more distracted, but the moment I pushed in they all turned at me, so they weren't quite as distracted as I thought. But Shade escapes. Is this TF2 University? A little bit. Trying to spread some wisdom, I suppose. So here I was buffed, so I was confident rushing that soldier, but after he hit that first rocket and got around the corner, I called it off. So if I would have been able to catch him before he went around the corner, I would have committed to that fight. Or if he would have missed the rocket, I would have committed to the fight. But I had a buff, he was an unbuffed soldier. As a scout, I tend to be confident taking that fight. Am I doing sub demo reviews on Sunday? I sure am. I actually have no demos lined up for this Sunday. If any of my subs here have demos, please send me some on Twitch. Send me a private message with a link to your demo. So, this situation now, what's the score? 2-0. So here we just don't want to mess up, really. Clockwork and I trying to push the flank. Lansky had bombed it already. It's really risky to do that because you could get caught in house there, so 3 of us could have just died there. But here I'm peeking, trying to bait someone so that we can kill them. I did a little subtle little dodge there. Maybe I'll rewind it and watch that in slow motion, but I kind of abused the distance of that demo. So I'll watch it in slow-mo to show you exactly what I was thinking here. So I go down, I go to peek this in a second here. So I'll just play it slow. So I go to peek this, eventually I'm going to commit here. I'm just going to play it slow, but should you buy the Revolt or Erebus? I don't know what any of that is. New sub! The Sexual Brotato Chip. Thank you for subbing. I see that you were the one asking about demo reviews, so I assume you've got a demo for me. I am excited to see your demo, if you've got one. But thank you again for the sub. I hope you enjoy the stream, and I hope to see you all the time around here. Sorry, I was a bit too far behind, so alright, I'm going to slow it down now. So here's just that little dodge that I did. I'll just go into depth on this. So I jumped through choke, hit the scout once, kind of trapped myself behind this barrel, but then see what happens is Zalox gets too close to me, where I can dodge his sticky right there, you saw it, by going towards him. So the only way he could have hit me with those stickies is if he was aiming lower at the ground. So he was aiming too high, so his stickies were going too far. They were hitting the back wall, so I pushed towards him so I could avoid that sticky damage. I just wanted to show you guys how I played the distance there, and that's how I escaped. I have a lot of times I can escape situations because I can make like quick decisions about how to like move, you know. And a lot of that is I mean, a lot of that's just experience, but having good character control, I learned a lot of that from jump maps. I'd suggest all of you do that stuff. Here I see Clockwork getting close in on that scout, so I think I would have had a chance of killing that scout if I would have hit that jump, but I ended up slipping off the ledge before double jumping, which sucked. And then Blaze went down. So we're kind of in a big stalemate here. A TLR out of nowhere. I did not see how TLR got in, so TLR actually had a pretty good play there. Here, I So what I did there was, so TLR jumped in and forced us, so immediately I went to see if we could like equalize it by getting a pick or something. So I immediately jumped to diag, ended up seeing a scout there, but the way the dynamic usually works for that fight is if you do any damage to them at diag, they tend to back into forward. So I took that moment where I knew he would back up into forward to jump into drop down, and I'm just trying to move as fast as possible to like slow them down because they just forced our Uber. So what they want to be doing right now is like trying to push mid on us. They want to try and use their Uber advantage to push. So what I did was I went behind to try and waste their time, pushed a scout into forward, so he's kind of preoccupied, and now I'm jumping on a Spire here, quick Boston Basher jump, trying to start a back cap, so that just buying more time for my team. Yeah, so I'm quickly on Spire. I'm watching them. I'm not even going to sit on that because they'll kill me instantly. I jump off. I should not have gone out drop down because both their scouts watched me move across bats, so they just kind of migrated towards drop down. Ideally, I would have just grabbed that health pack at the drop down and just kept roaming around behind them. Because if I can force one or two of them to come chase me, and I keep using health packs and corners and maybe win a 1v1, it completely halts their push, you know? So I actually made a pretty dumb decision to go out drop down because I exposed myself, made myself vulnerable. If I would have just survived and stayed behind, and they even decided to push, I could just jump right back on Spire, back cap it, and then their whole push would have been screwed up. So here we go. So now I kind of put my team in a bad position. Now they have to get a force while I'm down. A scout somehow in behind. That scout cut off Shade's exit. Like, a lot of people were getting behind us. So at this point in the match, people were starting to get frustrated that we were getting flanked constantly. Here I saw T-Lar get in our lobby. Oh, he does the exact same thing again. He gets behind a corner, so I can't chase him. I would have challenged him if he was just in the open, but since he grabbed that corner, I couldn't fight him. So if you're a soldier and you can use a corner like that, it really deters scouts from fighting you. Right. So we're down 2 right now, and we're down 2. I'm trying to see where their combo is again. Seeing their demo climb usually tells me that their medic will probably be climbing out. Here I spotted it out. I actually saw their medic on Spire. As scout, I can kind of risk taking those quick peeks to spot their combo. Having as much information as I can get for my team is very important. I don't know why T-Lard went out drop down there. Maybe Clockwork's in forward spawn. Here they popped in, so we just ran back. What I wanted to do was come up here on this side of the last because I mean, on the one hand it's dumb because I could run into 2 buff scouts just focusing me down, but on the other hand, what I would have expected them to do is try and use every little bit of that Uber.
Grant, did you see the combo I just sent you?
Yeah, I'm streaming. I did. Yeah, and I'm streaming. Sorry.
If we whisper, can they hear?
Yes, they can hear everything that I hear, and I hear your voice.
Okay, then I'll talk to you on Steam. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
So anyway, if they Ubered into lobby there, what I would expect them to do is try and maybe slip into last and like beat us on our retreat to try and cap. So I would try and beat them on their, they'd try and beat us on the retreat, probably rush the point. So what I would have wanted to do is cut them off right here and maybe try and pick their medic if he followed the scouts. All right. All right, resuming. So they use their Uber into lobby, so we're trying to push out. We have Uber advantage. They just sent in one soldier here, Platinum. But I was kind of dumb there. I focused Platinum. Even though his jump was like so bad, I gave him a lot of my attention, and I kind of left myself vulnerable to being flanked on Spire. What I should have done was looked at him at first, gave him a few pot shots, but I should have at some point been looking to my left just in case I was getting jumped from the other side or spammed or pushed by a scout. So that was a mistake there. And it looks like something is on Spire, in fact. Sounds like there's a scout maybe. Oh, they sent both soldiers. So, oh, and a scout. So that was too bad. Lansky just exploded. So they went down 3. What I want to do right now is spot sticky traps or their players. Harblue, it looks like, slipped behind us. But in our mumble, we were saying, can anyone stop the back cap? And Blaze said that he could slow it down. So we trusted Blaze. That was kind of a strange situation there. I'm guessing Clockwork was really weak because Indus like pushed past me, and then Clockwork was there, and then I got behind Indus after I killed Zalox, and then I don't know, their spawns started coming in. If their spawns weren't there, I wouldn't have died to Indus. I could have taken my time and kept him trapped in that house, but I had to like kind of commit to it as fast as possible, or maybe I could have run away, but I ended up giving him an Uber saw, but the spawns were really just, it was bad timing, I guess, for those spawns to be coming up right when I needed some time to kill Indust. So here, Clockwork's distracting, Duatna's doing a lot of damage. We just want to push them out of middle if we can. Clockwork ends up surviving, so with our spawns up in 2, and them not having mid, I think we actually go to refight this. So I call that I'm pushing underneath. It doesn't look like anyone spotted me, so I go up for the big flank. I see Blaze kills off the medic, so immediately I turn around to catch their spawns. And here I just want to just keep track of that scout, because we've been losing track of Harblue, so it was important that I kept track of him. Okay, so now Uber advantage. We're pushing bats. They should not have been that far up. So a couple issues with their forward hold here was they didn't have enough pressure on us on the drop down side, so we were able to get all the way up without really having to Uber. And then they also let us come in and flank them. So once they gave up drop down, they should have been backed all the way out to last. But Indust was still retreating from the left side of their lobby. So, and the other issue with their forward hold is they had an engineer at last already. So that was kind of a split forward hold. They didn't, because they had the engineer at last, they were leaving something open basically. So having that scout unavailable to like chase someone lower main or something could have hurt them. You know, so I think those are the two main issues with their forward hold here, and then we ended up getting in and getting a lot of kills. I just run on point because the sentry NG drops down and blocks it, but then I think we're gonna win this, so get some good cleanup here. an IM match. IM match? When is it? If it's at 11 Eastern, I might have enough time to catch it after this. If it's right now, then I don't know if I want to interrupt this. So here, I'm kind of changing up the mid, as you may notice. Since Zalox was putting so much pressure on our scouts early, what I wanted to do was put some pressure on him so that he couldn't damage Clockwork as much. And maybe if he was so focused on spamming across, I could rush up and kill him. Here I'm just scanning around looking for any threats. Oh, meat shot platinum too. That was too bad that he killed me and he killed Blaze. Wow. This was actually kind of bad. I was kind of upset at this. Because what Lansky just did there was, even though we had numbers advantage, Lansky still took a 1v1. You know what I mean? Like, even though he was like flanking and kind of like Enigma was in the middle of everyone, Lansky went too early and Enigma just cleaned him up because Enigma was getting pocket heals. Lansky was like 160 health or something. So he turned that into a 1v1 when it should have been a 2v1. And then it's so risky to like force your demo to 1v1 a scout. So that kind of upset me. I remember calling like for Lansky to just wait, but he committed on it. See, now Duatna has to hit some miracle pipes, and all Enigma has to do is shoot Shade a few times while he's reloading. Indus there hit the arrow of his life. Enigma was falling. Indus arrowed him. He arrowed him twice, I think, in this whole fight. But yeah, Duatna just doesn't have enough ammo to keep like shooting at Enigma, and eventually Enigma has the opportunity to just chase him down. Gordon, I'm just doing my own demo right now. I might do a couple of my own demos, but and apparently there's a cast. Oh, the match is right now. No, people are saying it's 11 East. Okay, so I'm gonna do a cast after this. I better not pause too much because I want to get that match in. But these are my demos. Sub demos are still gonna be on Sunday. So at this point, I think Clockwork has showed up to mid, but their scouts have as well, and then Shade goes down. So that all stemmed from earlier mistakes. Really, I mean, it's not really Shade's fault. So here, no one should die to this Uber. Jesus, that rocket from Platinum. I should not have died there. This was starting to get pretty bad. Like, we're already down two rounds, I think, or 1 round, whatever. So it's pretty bad to be making these kind of mistakes. This is a demo from GXL LAN, yeah. So since the Spire has not started capping yet, I always do like to attack and see if we can defend it. Here what I'd be scared of is what I expect the moment I see that scout capping and I know we won't stop him. What I'm worried about is him trying to run to last. So what I'm doing is setting myself up to take this route so I can chase him all the way to last. And I think I end up cutting him off. So yeah. So I see him. I cut him off here in upper lobby. I should kill him. I don't know how those shots are not registering. Clockwork comes in. I guess I just wasted his time. I wasted Enigma's time, so Clockwork could make it. So now I'm capping Spire. The spam starts coming. I want to get off this. I should have died. Zalek should have killed me. But since Spire is so close to being capped, I might have wanted to back cap this, but we lost our demo and soldier. So I think I ended up just, back spawning. It's important we get the Uber here too. So someone ends up running in lower left and they just fucking cap the point on us, which is really dumb. Because there, I don't know. There I feel like I had the top controlled. Mid, lower main was not really a big threat, I felt like. So I felt like at least our scouter roamer should have been watching left. So we were all kind of just, I don't know, disappointed with that. So now we're down 3-1. So this is when we really got to start, bringing it back. Because if we go down 4-1, they can just start playing the clock, and that's when we lose. Because Mixup is no stranger to, you know, guaranteeing a win, you know. So here I see Zalox fell down. I get some free shots on him. Force a scout to shoot at me as well. Blaze is in so deep early that like they all fell back and they all are just in valley. So this was like the easiest mid in the world for us. Here I miss a bunch of shots, I remember. No, okay, never mind. It was another time. Maybe I already missed all my shots for this game. But yeah, since Blaze made so much room and because I pulled a scout into valley, their entire team was down there. So I just walked across the point afterwards. It's pretty awesome. Do I have binds for changing classes? No, I don't. How come my view model keeps going away? So here as a scout, I'm just trying to lead so that if there's a trap or anything silly, I would be the one to die to it, not our combo. There, Clockwork was fucking risky taking that fight with 3 health, but I chased down Harblue. He challenged me in choke there, and I got the upper hand at that time. So we got that pick. We're gonna move on it. I want to focus the pyro if I can. I make him dead the stickies, but they pop. Now I'm just trying to survive, waste their ammo as much as possible. I'm so weak. I think they let me out. I don't know why. I feel like I should have died there. Their scouts just didn't shoot me. Somehow TLR, oh, I was too weak. I should have killed him, but I was too weak. And he kind of turned around at a weird time. I think what I expected was I'd be able to rush up and shoot him in the back, but then he turned around and kind of startled me. Duana hit a really nice pipe on that medic. So now at this point, I just want to make sure that Shade survives. So I'm trying to pocket him right now. Since Indus died, what I wanted to do there actually was, after I got my first buff, I wanted to just clear lobby because lobby is where all the weak players would be because there's that big health pack. So I ended up finding TLR. Their medic had just died. I could hear some rockets going off, so I expected someone kind of to be in that area. And if I was confident, like if I looked in there and I was like swarmed by 3 people, I would have run away. But since I went in there and I only saw TLR and I was pretty confident he'd be weak because their med just died, he's near the health pack, I went for the fight and got the pick. Also, I'm feeling a bit sick, so I'm clearing my throat a lot. I should drink a little bit more water. What the fuck was that? It's like he's a ghost. He just ran up and shot me. I was really upset when I died there, because I was right next to my combo, and he just held W and killed me. It does not make any sense. This is a Florida State shirt. This is just a Florida shirt. Something you get in a souvenir shop. My dad got it for me. I've never been to Florida. Sorry, I'm a poser. Clockwork sneaks in behind, unseen. He does this so much, I don't understand how he gets away with this shit. This was actually a really terrible push, because Clockwork was in position to flank and go for a big play, but we Ubered so early that we couldn't get our, we couldn't, what would have been ideal was, like, we should have waited on the Uber for Clockwork to go first, so that they wouldn't already be falling back, you know? But since we went and Ubered first, they were already backing into spawn when Clockwork ended up going, and then we also just split up so much that people got picked on every entrance. Now Shade's dead. Here, this is bad, I remember this. A soldier jumps me and I don't kill him or something. I think, yeah, this is bad. So I'm sitting here on bats. I'm kind of in a hiding spot because I can hear their Uber. If you guys pay attention, you can hear the sizzling. So what I would want to do is drop on their medic, but I couldn't find Indust. That was really weird because, like, I expected when the soldier jumps that he'd be getting healed, but, like, I kind of looked for the heal beam and then looked back at him. I also didn't want to, like, if the med was there or if I knew where the med would have been, I didn't want to expose myself right away and then like just shoot the soldier, because then if anyone else was around, it would be like a waste of my hiding spot to just shoot a soldier if I could have killed the medic. But apparently Zalox was on bats. I don't know how he killed Clockwork at the same time as me, but if I would have just paid more attention, I probably could have found Zalox there on bats. And maybe what I would have done if I found Zalox was I would have literally held W at him, and even if I didn't kill him, I would keep running, because if their demo's not at last, that gives me a really good chance of capping last. So if I would have spotted Zalox there, I would have tried to kill him, but if I didn't, I'd just keep running and try and cap last. Didn't work out that way, though. So I don't think we forced their Uber yet. We killed TLR, which is a really good pick to get before the push. But apparently someone's like super aggressive on flank, so I'm rotating over to make sure Shade survives. Now I call them coming through choke. I spot out the crits. Just saw Zalox kind of like hovering there for a little bit, so I kind of read the crits. And then luckily Shade was able to dodge it. I don't want to fight this guy 1v1, so I'm kind of taking my time fighting him until my teammates can jump it as well. I'm seeing some weird sparks on these shots. Like, I feel like a lot of those should be hitting. Looks like we had a really good flank there. That's why Innes didn't escape. Shade died, unfortunately, but yeah, there I was trying to take my time so that I wasn't fighting 1v1s. That was basically how we fought Spire there. Now I believe they didn't get any spawns, so I'm just gonna rush onto Spire, try and cap it up as soon as possible. Playing against Mixup for many seasons, they love to contest Spire. That was like their thing back in like season I don't know, ever since season like 9, I guess. Mixup has been all about their Spire defense, and that's something I always expect when I play against them. Oh, I better rewind because that was some important action there. Alright, sorry. I'm chatting on Steam. The distractions. Did I go to the absolutely wrong place? Oh boy, I went to the wrong place. Fuck! Alright, let's start fast forwarding. Oh, is my game gonna crash? No, it's not, thank God. Where were we? No, my game crashed. No! That's so frustrating. Thorn. Okay, thank you. Thorn's got the number for me. Let's, go to tick. What did you say, 102,000? It didn't work! How do I do it? Let's hope it doesn't crash this time. But usually I'm safe jumping 20,000. 20,000 at a time, so I'm gonna try this. Come on. No, it crashed. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna go 10,000 at a time. I need to do this fast because that match is gonna start and I want to cast it. I used the wrong command, didn't I? It's demo go to tick. Yeah, alright. Demo go to tick. Play demo. Let's see if it works. You guys have attention to detail. I like that. Matt, Q mode 0, skip without crashing. Okay. Alright. This is working. This is working. Alright. Thank you. Perfect spot. So here we go. Rush into Spire. Yeah, I'm not expecting it to start on time, but I still have like 15 minutes in this map, or this demo, so that's why I'm in a hurry here. Okay, so those scouts are both on the right side, so I kind of wanted to position myself towards drop down because that might leave an opening. A scout ends up pushing through, shoot him in the back. The stickies are dead, so now I'm kind of wondering if there's an opening to go last, but I see Zalok's back up. I hear him trapping this door. I don't know how those stickies hit me, but I wanted to bait him into deading. That's why I peeked the door even though I knew it was trapped, because I thought I could sit right on the edge, still hit him without dying. Here I get in behind that soldier, so I just focus him down first. Zalox kills me, but yeah, I guess that's what I did. Here this was really bad. We're all split up from the heals. Duatna hits the pipe, hits the other pipe. Shade hit an arrow, but that arrow was unimportant. Duatna did it all on his own. Yeah, I'm going to cast an IM match here pretty soon. So I think since the last mid worked out pretty decently for me, I'm doing basically the same thing. I do see that scout on the left out of my peripheral, see the scout on my right, I call where they're all going. I feel pretty confident to just go up on the right side because I see them all in front of me. That soldier lands like well in front of me, so I just focus him. Scout runs away, so now I feel a little bit safer to like focus the soldiers because really at long range, the soldiers weren't a threat to me. The scouts kind of in the middle were the threat. But after I saw one scout die and the other one run away, now I'm trying to pick a target over here on their combo. What I'm looking at is these soldiers, and I want to pick the one that's not buffed. So I go for that soldier who's not buffed. I didn't want Indus to escape here. He Uber saws me twice, which actually kind of fucks him because he ends up popping his Uber. This is really crazy what happens next. Like, everyone was freaking out when this happened. Clockwork body blocks him. He doesn't get in spawn. My god, that was ridiculous. Indus was probably very disappointed with that, very upset. I would have been too. Here's Scout. So I'm capping Spire, but the Scout rushes Shade, who ends up being alone, so I don't give a fuck about the cap. I just need Shade to survive, because we need to win this round, so I drop off immediately to go help Shade. And at this point, I'm kind of freaking out, like, where the hell is the rest of my team? Because what I remembered was, like, all of us being at the forward spawn, and then I jump on Spire, and then they're nowhere to be seen. So I was kind of like scared there for a moment. I had no idea what the hell was going on. Indus got furious. He just confirmed in chat. Thank you, Indus. But if Indus would have died to me and not Ubersawed me, he actually probably would have. He would have spawned sooner, you know. So it kind of sucks for him. But you notice he also surfed that meat shot from Clockwork. That almost was enough to get him in spawn. Shoot the heavy in the back a little bit. Get shot from the soldiers. It seems our last pushes just have kind of poor coordination right now in this match, because it always seems to be like two of us are committed and two of us are kind of waiting to commit and then stuff like that. So soldier jumps on Spire. He's not buffed. I'm confident, so I'm gonna chase this guy a little bit. Teelar always jumps away. He does pretty good at that.
Doc, come on, man.
Here, I want to contest Spire. Looking around, I see two unbuffed players, three unbuffed players. So the moment I see spam coming up from our demo, that's when I push. So, and it looks like Duatna got a kill on TLR. I don't want to get too close to Zalox because he'll kill me. God, he hit me with a nice pipe. So that was a nice shot by him, and I ended up dying. Lansky sees the guy behind. Scouts on Spire. See, this is what I was talking about earlier a little bit. We all wanted to push last, but a scout slipped behind and threatened a back cap, which prevented us from pushing last, you know? At 90%, Duatna ended up getting caught in there. The scout back caps us. I don't want to 1v1 him. At best, Lansky hits a nice rocket there to kill him, but yeah, I really didn't want to 1v1 him. It's not worth it, because we were already not going to win last, so it wasn't that crucial for me to stop that cap and risk dying, because they would have pushed mid if I died on that. Here, Shade kind of gets isolated again, like, that was happening so much. Oh, Platinum destroys me. So I've actually been dying pretty hard in these last couple lives. Clockwork behind. He wants to threaten the back cap now, so there's a lot of that going on, a lot of the back capping happening. This is a pretty good map for back caps. So here they're in on mid. I just want to like distract them in case Clockwork goes for a play. Blaze comes in from behind. Clockwork gets the kill, so I just want to charge onto the point, block it, let Clockwork run to last. So while that fight's happening, I don't really care because I want to just run to last, just in case Clockwork needs my help. He ends up going to last, and both TLR and Platinum are here. TLR jumps away. I miss a shot, but kill Platinum, and then end up capping it. That was pretty fortunate for me that Platinum was that weak. The match is starting, meaning they're joining the server, or... What's up, DX Diag? Yeah, I took a bit of a break for GXL, but I'm back in business. Trying to stream every night, so... now I can read this mid pretty easily. They're all pushing underneath, so if anything jumped on top, I wanted to focus it first. TLR was up there. Now I see them all falling back in Valley. Platinum went down, but we lost a couple players, so I didn't want to full commit into Valley. If we were all alive, I probably would have committed. Soldier was called behind. So here, it's even numbers, and I would push this, but they have a demo alive, and I don't want to instantly die to a sticky trap. So we ended up backing it up. We have like a scout and demo. They have a scout and demo. If they would have had a scout and soldier, I probably would have fought this because I would be more confident surviving against a soldier when I have to approach from long range. So we just let them get mid, back it up. Real CMP, I got it. I'll get to it soon. But I've had a lot of issues lately with Steam trade offers where I just get errors, so I'll find a way. I'll make sure it works out. This scout's super aggressive, just trying to peek and bait us out, so I'm trying not to overextend here. I don't want to die when it's this tense and this close. I don't want to throw that away. So they send one soldier in, and then TLR just goes down. Blaze dies on the flank. He called that scout really weak, so if we would have killed Harblue, he probably would have pushed. I think Clockwork went to see if he could catch Harblue. But right now we're just waiting because we traded, so traded 1 for 1. It's not really worth it. What I would have been looking for right here is if those stickies weren't there, or if I could clear them and Zalox like was distracted, I had like a straight shot at Indust. So if the situation presented itself, I was prepared to just run through here and go for a force, but Zalox kept an eye on choke, so I didn't go for it. And now we went down 1. It was called that they're pushing flank. So what I wanted to do was while it was called that his combo was pushing in, I wanted to disappear from Zalox so he could think he had some room, and then when he pushed up to choke, I would try and surprise him at the choke again. So I did that a couple times here, just re-peeking him after he thought he could push up. So here their Uber comes in, and now you see I'm going to run back to choke. See, I keep Zalox out of the fight by doing that. Lansky goes down. Platinum must be so fucking low. He's just rocket jumping to waste our ammo and survive as long as he can. Blaze comes in behind, and he kills Indus, which is crucial. So now Clockwork has to survive. Clockwork dies here, then we lose. Lansky's alive. So in my mind, Lansky's priority is to make sure they don't cap. He has the most health, so he can kind of be more of a goalie for the last. Their medic is dead, so what I want to do right now is see if I can catch anyone out of position, like slightly overextended, maybe on a health pack, something like that. But they were all pretty far distance away, so I couldn't chase them down. Sup, everybody who's joining me now. DX Diag, thank you for the kind words. So I see a scout run in. I kind of body blocked that soldier a little, but I took that opportunity to rush in behind. Just peeking the stairs a little bit. Ended up getting Indus. Here it's just one soldier. I trust them to kill him, so I start positioning myself for the choke point so that I can push out and cap. But after Clockwork died, I just wanted to be safe, so that's why I slowed it down. Okay, time was running out, so that's why they all rushed in. So I'm gonna fast forward right now because there's one round left. It all comes down to this. Very intense. So yeah, actually there was no reason for me to push out. After we killed TLR, we knew we were gonna... So I stayed to kill TLR because there's only 10 seconds left. So that's why. That's why I didn't go to Spire. Otherwise I would have, I think. Fast forwarding. Alright, here we go. So, final round. Sup, cold pizza. Is this the grand finals? No, this is an upper bracket match. So Zalox is in really poor positioning. He's doing no damage whatsoever, and he must be weak. So TLR's the only one kind of on the mid. Both their soldiers in that choke, which was really fucking weird. I end up getting shot in the back, but we go down 3. So to me right now, that was a crazy pipe by Steve there. That probably actually won us the mid, or allowed Shade to escape. If Duatna didn't kill Harblu, we would have lost Shade. I'm almost 100% confident, so great pipe by him. But we are down our demo so late in the fight that defending Spire is going to be quite a challenge. But I get on Spire because if I just stand here for a second, it makes them hesitate, and I just want to buy as many seconds as I can for my team. I always like to defend. I don't know. I like to kind of rely on my ability to like dodge and waste their ammo to defend. So here what's happening right now, this was like a crucial moment. We had a very bad Uber. We got forced on bats while their team is still back at choke. So what I'm thinking in my head at this point is we're going to lose the Uber exchange. We're going to have to back up. And then their combo is just going to push in. They're going to be overconfident. They're going to get people Inspire. And then they're going to push and win the round, basically. So what I'm thinking is I need to do something to throw them off. So instead of fighting yard, I just run to middle. And I'm going to start a back cap. Before I went to Valley, I saw a scout. That scout, I'm not even going to shoot him because I don't want him to get here. I don't want to get in a 1v1 if I don't have to. I want to start the back cap. So now I see them flooding into mid. I'm just going to run away because now they're not winning the round, basically. They're sitting on mid. They're not winning the round. I take a 1v1 in-house. Very risky of me, but I win it. Harblu goes down. Oh! Oh my god, I'm alive. Thank god. Clockwork comes in while that guy's distracted, and now we're like in control. They force their Uber. I'm still alive. I dodged that land rocket. Steve survives. Oh, all right. Yeah. TLR escapes, but he's in our house. We know where he is. I survive. So that was like the turning point, honestly, right there. We would have lost the match unless I went for that back cap. This scout catches himself in. He needs to die. I just did a shitload of damage to him. This soldier overcommits. He's after Harblu died. Just look at how many times he's fucking rocket jumping. It's ridiculous. So Platinum goes down. TLR's trying to follow up on the damage, but what they decided to do was they sent in 3 people to kill our medic. So and meanwhile Clockwork was killing Enigma. So we just swarmed the shit out of them because they lost all their combat classes to kill our medic, and they were still like really close to choke for whatever reason. So we were able to kill them. Here I keep track of this scout. If he would have slipped behind, he probably would have not killed me, but I think what he wanted to do was run past and spawn camp Shade. So keeping Shade up. Was I surprised how good Zalox was? No, not at all. I played with Zalox season 15, and he was good. Here it's just this is a crucial thing for taking spires, like rotating people on and off. You go in when you have the health, you take some shots, then back up when you're weak, let someone else go on. So that's what I did with that soldier there. Now we're capping this. Their med's upper lobby. Clockwork's getting frags. We are 70%. We're on crits. I don't remember our crits working out here. Maybe the whole thing plays out. So the crits is up, but the scout just holds W for no reason. Hardblue does that a lot, just like randomly. But we really need to use this crits in. I'm just running in to distract because I want that crits to come in. I managed to kill Platinum apparently. Jump on the point, and we win it. Fucking golden cap. GG. That was insane. And it all came down to that one decision, I'd say, like to start backcapping mid. If I didn't do that, I'm pretty sure we would have lost the match.